What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? My name is Jacemachine. I am fueled by coffee, driven by insanity. How the heck are you guys doing today? We are playing StarMade in my single-player survival world. I noticed something when I was editing my last video. I didn't check a door. So we're gonna go back down here and we're gonna go and see what's just beyond. I don't know if it's gonna be anything exciting, but it's worth checking out. It's in this room that I missed the door originally. It was right there in front of me. I guess I was too enthralled by the lighting on this desk to notice it. Alright. Mystery, reveal your secrets. That was really anticlimactic, I have to admit.
Alert. Jacemachine. Your shell has been compromised.
Okay. I was not expecting that. Okay. What the hell? I feel like I am being majorly screwed with. I don't like this. It's the problem when you have an android body. People can hack it, do bad stuff to it. Whoever sent me off on my own in that capsule may have given me a faulty system shell. Alright, everything else seems fine. Is there a door we can shut? Yes. Let's shut that door and never open it again. Just get back into the gravity here, and hopefully everything back in the hangar is okay. Because our place where we're staying is pretty much right above that. Not sure what I'm looking at here. I hope it's just a closed door. Oh, thank goodness. Oh man, I was scared for a moment. I was terrified. Alright, let's bring the HUD online. There we go. So what do we've got to do today? We've got to make a more significant salvager because we need to be able to collect bits and bots a lot quicker. So let's open up our first factory here, our basic factory. We're going to check the production up here. We're going to use the filter drop down and we're going to put in a computer. Why are we putting in computer? Because it's easier to look up computers in case you don't remember the name of something if you know it's attached to a computer. We want some salvager bits. We know that they're named salvager now for certain. We'll look under sal. Salvager mal. Salvage. See, I'm spelling it wrong. That's why it's better to look under computer. That way, at least you know you're using the right factory for something. Now, we just need alloyed metal mesh and crystal composite. That's great. That is stuff we have in spades. Well, not spades, but, you know. A few. We have a few. So let's see if we can feed this thing anything more. We have more alloyed metal meshes from our micro, whatchamacallit. And we have more here from our refinery. Our micro assembler, that's the name. You're so silly, Jace. You're so silly. Alright, just drop this stuff in here. We're gonna make a bunch of this stuff. Now it's going fairly slowly, so we can make better use of our time. If we stop production right now, I would like to change production in this main one by making another basic factory. We're going to take that basic factory out, set it on top here, and change production. I'm going to see factory enhancer. Factory enhancer is not in here. It might be a standard factory item. Alright, let's connect these two together. That way they can share each other's materials. You guys were asking that in the questions, the comments last time. That's why they are linked together. In theory, they should all be linked together. So let's link these guys over here as well. V, 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 V. Oh, that's ugly as hell. Great. Great. See, let's not do that. Boom, 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 boom. Let's undo that. That is hideous. We'll just move the stuff manually. Now, I, like you guys, can't remember which units to build stuff in either. I wish there was an easier way to have, like, one main menu where you can just look stuff up. I guess eventually we'll learn, right? I'm gonna look up an enhance, docking enhancer, factory enhancer, hooray! Mesh and composite, activate. In the meantime, we should have just had this thing running. Nope, not that though. Basic factory, get out of there, you naughty boy. Look at the salvager module, do that. Do that. And that's that. Right? Actually, no, look. You can keep building them. Do you know why? And the answer is because we linked them all up. It's pulling the necessary materials out of the other factory here to do it. That's cool. So that's how that works. Now, we're going to select the factory we want to have enhanced to our, attached to our enhancers. Where are well, they're already on the bar. Why, golly gee. We're going to put the enhancers up the wall. Boop. There you go. Now, how does these enhancers work? They are a +1 to your factory production. Each one of these purple attached to this factory will give it a +1. The factory itself makes one item per tick, right? So we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So every tick should be 9 more items. See? It's going up by 9s. Now we might want to make some more hull. So let's change production here. We're going to make some hull. You can do colored hull by getting paint from asteroids. We don't have any paint. We're just going to make some gray hull, which you do not need any paint to make, of course. That's some basic stuff, but if you're new around here, this is new to you. So I'm going to change production. We don't need to. It's all set up. View the production recipe. I know it's just mesh and composite. So much that you make in this game. Like basic stuff, this is going to be mesh and composite. In fact, almost everything, if not everything, in the basic factory is going to be a mesh and composite. It's just a matter of how much of each. Now, this is only going up 1 tick per, and it looks like we are out of a material. That means we're going to be out of a material here as well. Yep, the composite. All right, let's deactivate production here. Let's grab our 120. Let's take a look over here and see if we have gained any more. No, sir, we have not. And we haven't gained any more here. We have the Hetel, the Hylat, and the Fertikine capsules all ready for use in our more advanced recipes. We'll shut the door behind us. We're going to go out into space after this. But first, we're looking for, there it is, in our face. Go inside the salvage computer. No, we're going to go inside our ship core, and then from build mode, we're going to go into the salvage computer by selecting it with the C. And as you can see, let's reboot this ship first. I didn't realize we were still damaged. So it's going to take 30 seconds for it to reboot. So let's talk about what we're going to do in the meantime. We have 120 blocks. We're going to add them to this ship. And then ideally, if you were to link the cannon computer to these salvagers, you'd want a 1-to-1 ratio as far as it being able to fire pretty quickly. We're just going to have to suffer at first, and if we get some money and if we get some materials, we can then upgrade with cannons and have it going faster. Alright, good. All of that talking has given us time to do this. Alright, I think that's good enough for now. It's time to go test it out. Let's use the ship core to open that door. And before we head on out into the great beyond, let's make sure we have our radar jammer on to protect us from any wandering pirates that may come by here. Now I got a great idea from Top Base about putting a base, or at least an outpost inside an asteroid. I think I might do that. So we're going to leave this asteroid alone. And we are going to go gallivanting around the universe a little bit here and see what we can find. We're going to keep this purple ring. Also, this thing is heavy. How much money do we have? Credits. We have monies. Well, hold on a second. This might change things up a bit. Is there a shop that's closer? I wonder. That's an alpha station. Do not go to the alpha station. There is an undiscovered station. That's too far away for me to care at this point. If we're going to go to a shop, it's going to be back around the original spawn area. So let's just head out to this waypoint out here. We are going to pull up our radar. What are we looking for? We got Hetel and Highlight already. That's the asteroid behind us, maybe? So let's go get some Ramit and Surtees. No, Nox and Masset. That's what we're doing. We don't necessarily... Oh, goodness, that's a good distance away. Oh, well, that's where we need to go. You go where the rocks are. So while we got time, let's take a look at this logbook that we woke up with. Hello, Jacemachine. F. I didn't notice the F when I first read that. Test subject F. You are a copy. Copy of a copy. Alright. Someone who can't spell is angry at one of me and has decided to make me their guinea pig for some sort of sadistic pleasure. So, having a faulty memory unit or something, that doesn't surprise me. That just adds insult to injury, though. Cancel. Screw you, I'm not tossing it out either. I normally would be like, I'm angry, let's toss it, but kind of need it. So here's one other thing that you should be able to take advantage of right away, and I want you new players to know about it. It's the ability to create fleets, right? This makes it so that you don't actually have to pay attention to what you're doing. A little bit. We're going to create a new fleet. My new fleet is the default name. Name it whatever you want. And from there you can select it and you can add members to your fleet. Now, I'm fascinated that these derelict bits are showing up here. The Escape is the ship that we're currently in. We're going to make it the mothership by selecting it first. But you can change your mothership. It's just denoted by the asterisk here, and it's always the top line. So if you get other ships, you can slide them up and down. I'm super curious about this, though. Add member. Can we add these and command them? Oh my goodness. My goodness gracious, this is fantastically fascinating. This is just crazy. Alright, so once you know where you're going, we're going to 592, right? And we are already in 592. So basically, once you know where you're going, you would put your coordinates in, and as long as you're not actually in the core of your ship, you can just write it out and let the computer sort of do its own thing. I am curious, very curious about this other fleet here. So let's formation, attack sector, idle. We will move the fleet to the current system here, 592. 592. To a stop. Come on. This thing is so top heavy. Now what is this? Sujil? Nope. This is Varus. Select our salvage computer and let's see what sort of damage we can do. Also, well, I think it's safe to turn the radar jammer now off. But we're going to keep our eye up on that little radar scanner up in the corner of the radar thing. Oops. What are you doing here? You should have not put them all on a single mast, Jacemachine. What are you, new? This is great if you have a single barrel salvager drone. But this is not one of those. Last two then. And now let's try this. It's pretty effective. It's a quick start. You know, having a lot of salvage cannons is something you need right at the start of the game, and this way you can at least get a good head start on making some money to be able to afford some of the stuff that might be a little bit harder to come by, even using the factory system. Now I'd spend more time here and just take out the entire asteroid down to its molten, yummy core. But we're making a program here for entertainment, so I will have to do that off camera sometime. That being said, there is other stuff we can check out, so let's go and see. Is this Larimar? Is this the Larimar? I love the Larimar. That's the one that I always remember. It's the beautiful Larimar. It's the blue one. It's the blue one. Larimar is a fantastic rock. It's also where you get the blue paint from. And the purple colored elements. Fun fact. There's also space ice on it. There's a chilliness to it. And that's because we are also mining asteroids in the outer rings. So you're going to find a specific set of asteroids out here that you are not going to be finding in the inner rings and vice versa. So if you are going all over the place and you're looking for a specific type of asteroid, go closer to the sun. Hopefully not too close where you destroy yourself, and just be wary that you might burn up if you get a little too close to the sun. Its heat extends pretty good range, so just be very careful. Alright, I think we've done enough damage for the day. I think we need to get going home. Save the current coordinates here as Larimar, because there's a couple of those stones around and it's easy to remember. And here we're going to set Hidden Home as our plot. Are they struggling to try to get here? I think they are. Alright. We're going to go back to the station. In fact, now is the time we're going to use our fleet to do the work for us. So we are sitting in the ship, locked to the chair. We are not in control of it. We're going to order this fleet to our hidden home. Know it works because the immediate tilt that the ship takes. And from this point, you can just sit back and enjoy the ride. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this episode of StarMade Single Player Solo Survival. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it was educational. If it was either of those, please consider leaving a like. What's the verdict? Let me know in the comments section below. As always, guys, I love you all, and I will see you next time.